Hey, what's that? That sneaking giant. Oh my god.
Hello, welcome to another video. Today we're gonna do something else than opening caches. The new season has started. I'm a little bit late, like 2-3 days. But I have definitely got my whole settlement set up. So today we're gonna do an overlay of what all the bonuses are for areas. So when you get like the max amount of settlements for an area, so a territory, you get a bonus. So we're gonna go over them, what the benefits are and how they could help. And there are some that even stated stay for the next season, but we'll see how that pans. We're gonna start at the Red Isle because that's where the majority of the people start. So at the bottom you got 4 settlements, and they give a reduced funding cost for the Fire Clan manufacturers and increased production rate for the Sea People manufacturers. So as you can see, like factions, these ones are made, you can see that there, for instance, Ancohona is a Clan Fire settlement, and the Sajoa Foundry is the Sea People settlements. You can see where they're part of. For instance, Fond-de-la-Baye is in Africa, but it is a Compagnie Royale settlement. So you see, that's all settled in there. So this one is a nice one. It gets production rate and reduces funding cost. Now this one is a little bit of a bigger one. Yeah, not too much bigger. You need 5 of them. This one gives production rate for fire and auto collect. So practically seen, you can just collect profit. You take it. You just have to pay a cut in pieces of 8. But you will automatically take it into your ranking. So it doesn't go in your inventory, it automatically goes into your bar over here. And we got Northeast Red Isle. It increases the rum production rate by 10%. And reduces the funding cost. And it's persistent for the next season, so that's great. The rum production rate is, for what I know, all over. So everywhere the rum is going to increase. Then we have Western Isles. It reduced the funding cost for Compagnie Royale. Just 2, so that's super easy to get off. And the Eastern Isle gives the production rate of Compagnie Royale manufacturers by 10% increase. So that is good. It's a W. The Red Isle is gonna be nice. So after that, either people go to Africa or East Indies, but we're gonna start with Africa. We're at the bottom is Southern Africa coast. It gives you 500 silver bonus every hour. So as you can see in the left top side, I have around 2950 silver per hour that I'm making 4700 pieces of 8. It is a bonus, it's nice, it's handy. This increases the gin production rate. Always good. Then we go to the next one, which currently only gives silver and auto collection. So auto collection is what we've already mentioned. You can just take all the profits in there, and then you can take it and put it in your ranking. Then we go to Inner East Africa. It reduced the funding cost for Iguana manufacturers. So anything that's part of Iguana gets a reduction by 20%. Central Africa coast just gives 150 silver, but it has Arufu in it, which produces a nice amount. So it's always nice to have. Then we go to the Upper East Africa, which gives 100 silver bonus plus gin production rate by 5%. That's already good. And you can auto collect, and that's persistent for the next season as well. Then we have the Northern Africa coast. That gives 250 silver and increased production rate in Iguana Confederation manufacturers by 10%. So overall, it's good. You get a bonus for gin here, and you get a bonus for gin over here, so you get a 10%, so that's always good. And as you can see, I'm producing a lot of snuff and gin over here. So the bottles on the screens is like rum. This is snuff, looks like the snuff emblem, and this looks like the gin. You always want to perform like the best what you can produce. So right now I'm doing gold skull gin here because it owns the best pieces of 8 per hour. And then we go to the East Indies, which is gonna be handy, nice. This one is divided in mainly 2 factions, which is the Rempa Empire and the Dutch Merchant. In the top is mainly Rempa, so if you're upgrading that, the majority is Rempa and the fortresses are usually Dutch Merchant. So that's always good. But if you go for the top upgrades, then definitely go for the Rampa upgrades, and in the bottom you go for the Dutch Merchant. Let's start off with the top side. In the top side we have 250 silver bonus every hour, and reduce the funding cost of the Rampa Dominion Rampa manufacturers by 20%. Plus it also gives an auto collect, which is great. Then we go to the East Indies, which gives bonus for silver, and it increases the production rate by 10%, which is great. It's practically these 3 buildings. That's kind of easy to get with some helm leases. Then we go to the Northern East Indies, which increases the snuff production rate by 10%, which is good because the other in Africa you have 2 5%ers to get 10%. So it's always good to increase the snuff production rate. Then we have the Western East Indies, which has a bunch of islands, but it only has auto collect, but it's persistent for the next season. Then we go to the Eastern East Indies, which only has auto collect, which is always good anyways. Then we get this big one that needs a lot of filling around to get all the islands going. But this one gives a lot of bonuses. So you get increased production rate by Dutch Merchant Company manufacturers. Reduces the funding cost by 20%. Gives 400 silver every hour. That's a W to have. Then we have the last one, the South and East Indies, which gives opium production rate by 10%, which is great. 400 silver, which is always nice. Extra silver is always good. And then you have your auto collection, which persists for the next season. So I presume that the auto collection is gonna stay for certain settlements and it's gonna change around. Keep it the environment hard and challenging for the rank system. And for now, I can just I'm not using my pieces of 8. I don't do pieces of 8 runs. I just have ships set up. Transport ships, rank 12. I just take them, let them do the sail. Now with the reduced speed, you can practically get the whole process going easier. I'll show you real quick. There is like mainly I go for all my settlements to level 5, 6, and then just start upgrading the pages. But they added a new page, which is super nice. So you have like your smuggler operation. Once you've done it last season, it will stay. This is the empire management, which is just the amount of factories that I level out immediately. It also gives the bonus of resilience. So it makes your defending settlements a bunch tankier, so easier to defend. And it reduces the production cost for control territory. So if you have a whole territory, it reduces the cost. And increases the bonus duration, and that's all the lower stands. But it also has ship management. So this one is different. You can increase assigned ship capacity by 20%. So before the update, you had to have, well, at ship rank 12 you can have 630, I believe, but now you can have I believe 970. Yeah, 976 when it's maxed out, so you can almost have 1,000. So that's a W, because you can your ships go faster and they carry more, which is great. And then we go to the next bit, and we'll go to the bottom. So the best, you can reduce the transportation time by 30%, which is great. Less time, especially in Africa, because Africa has the furthest road towards the den, so that's a W. Then you increase the bonus profit from established trade routes, so you also get a bonus from the trade routes, which I'll explain in a second. And you, well, this is capacity again, so you have 60 increased assigned ship capacity, and this is still with this trade route, so this is a lower grade one. The trade route is practically, well, this one is the one of the bigger ones. So once you fully upgrade it, these trade routes, when you have 2 of the settlements that are connected, so Oosten Capital and I have Kampong Sabur, which is, I believe, here. If you own 2, the trade route will be active. It will give a 12% boost to the pieces of 8. on both sides. Do keep in mind that you need to fully have all these trade routes active. You need all the settlements, so they lead to random spots. This one is, for instance, Megafort Oosten. This is to Europe, so this one you get for free. This one goes into Europe, so that's nice. And it will boost it significantly because you'll make like way more than usually. You make like initially like 20 per hour max, and now all of a sudden you make like 106 an hour, which is a great increase. Also, do keep in mind that if you just started grinding it out just now, it's not an issue. I've just started like yesterday or the day before, and I'm already rank 500 and almost 500 in weekly, and in seasonal 600. But I'm leveling up everything as quickly as I can while I'm doing the upgrades for the new ship, of course. So I hope this informed you. If you have any other questions about your empire or any upgrades or new things, let me know in the comment section down below. Have a beautiful day, and don't forget to like, comment, and sub, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.